Last word. I rise in strong opposition to H.R. 2640. Today, after nearly 4 months of inaction, our Republican colleagues are taking up a giant immigration bill that can only be described with 3 words: cruel, extreme, and unworkable. And in the words of a Republican member of Congress, it's not ready for prime time. This bill is a patchwork of overlapping and contradictory bills that are all about a failed enforcement-only immoral approach. It's a clear demonstration that Republicans have no real solutions to the complex issue of immigration. We've already seen that Trump's radical, inhumane, and racist immigration actions weaken the U.S. economy, undermined our moral standing in the world, led to increased numbers of migrants at the southern border, and did not make us safer. Democrats understand that the best way to address concerns about the border and this complex humanitarian crisis is to actually fix the broken immigration system so that we provide clear legal pathways to people. That's why Democrats have put forward, and we have passed in a bipartisan way, real solutions for humanely reforming our immigration system. We remain ready to work with serious Republicans to pass meaningful solutions. Our proposals address the root causes of migration. They improve border security, and they create additional legal pathways for people to enter the United States lawfully. By creating a more humane immigration system that recognizes the horrific conditions that force migrants to flee, as well as the contributions of immigrants to America, we can decrease unauthorized crossings, we can strengthen our economy, we can protect migrants and citizens from harm, while all at the same time, again, recognizing the tremendous contributions that immigrants make to our country every day. Don't just take my word for it. Take a look at the numbers and see how the creation of legal pathways can work. When the Biden administration created new legal pathways for nationals of Haiti, Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua, crossings between ports of entry for nationals of those countries fell 72% in the first 3 months. On the opposite side, let's look at what happened when a president tries to shut down legal immigration. Donald Trump's attempts to cut legal immigration in half resulted in higher denial rates for student and high-skilled visa holders. His most cruel policies, separating children from their parents, also violated our most basic American values while scarring thousands of children forever. Trump's policies combined with his anti-immigrant rhetoric, made us less safe, less competitive in attracting the best and the brightest, and undermined our most basic human values of compassion and kindness. So let's all just take a minute to recognize the hypocrisy of every anti-immigrant debate. This country needs immigrants to survive. Immigrants pick the food we eat, rebuild our communities after climate disasters, help construct our infrastructure, power our small business economy, clean our homes, and look after the most precious in our families, our children and our elders. They strengthen our economy, food supply chain, and our ability to compete. Today, America is facing serious labor shortages in many industries, from caregiving to nursing to agriculture. Take the agriculture industry, where immigrant workers make up about 73% of ag workers who are critical to putting food on the table. According to the American Farm Bureau Federation, U.S. agriculture needs 1.5 to 2 million workers annually. But farmers are struggling to find workers. In California alone, 56% of farmers report not being able to find enough workers over the last 5 years. And yet today, the majority's bill attempts to impose mandatory nationwide E-Verify, which would further decimate our agricultural industry. Last year, over 40% of Fortune 500 companies were founded by immigrants or their children. These immigrant-founded companies generated over $7 trillion in revenue in 2022, and they drive 68 industry sectors nationwide. So if we want to keep this up, if we want to remain an innovation powerhouse, we can't shut off immigration, and we need to get serious about humane immigration reform legislation. The bill before us today is not a serious proposal. The reason it's taken so long to even get to this point of a markup is that it's opposed by members of the Republican Party who have said that these proposals are anti-Christian, anti-American, and again, not ready for prime time. They are cruel, extreme, unworkable. It's unclear if they can even pass on the House floor, let alone the United States Senate. But that seems to be exactly the point, to divide the country, to use immigrants as a political football with no real solutions that help our country. So we are ready to work with our Republican colleagues, and we look forward to doing that. I yield back.
The lady's time has expired. She yields back. Who seeks recognition?
Mr. Chairman, I do.
Mr.